Hello, my beautiful friends. I'm Shannon. This is Lifestyle Manifesting, and on my channel, I'm talking all about manifesting as a lifestyle, every area of your life. Today, I want to talk about your mental diet, because what you're saying to yourself and what you're thinking about yourself is what you're creating. You remember that everything is coming from your inner world. It's reflecting out into your 3D world, your thoughts, imagination, the assumptions you hold, how you believe reality to work, the environment that you've lived, all of that has created the reality that you're currently in. And you're having inner conversations all the time. So part of your mental diet is your thoughts, your feelings, what you're complaining about, all of those inner conversations that you're having with yourself. You're doing it all the time. You've always been doing it. But what you want to start doing is create a mental diet of focusing on the reality that you want to experience. So I wanted to give this quote that Emmett Fox, he wrote the 7-Day Mental Diet. He wrote a book called 7-Day Mental Diet. So what he said was about your mental diet: it is the food which furnishes your mind. Okay, your mental diet is the food that furnishes your mind, that determines the whole character of your life. It's the thoughts you allow yourself to think, the subjects that you allow your mind to dwell upon, that make you and your surroundings what they are. So what Emmett Fox is saying is what you're entertaining in your mind and all those subjects that you're thinking about, that's what's determining your physical 3D reality. So think of every thought like a seed that you're planting. And what are you planting in your Garden of Eden? Your Garden of Eden is all the thoughts that you've had. Okay, so do you need to prune that garden, plant new seeds, revise old stories, and start focusing on what you're thinking about? Your mental diet is so important. It's actually creating your entire reality. Remember, your thoughts precede the physical reality. I have my VIP monthly coaching group, and today we talked about mental diet. So I go live in that group about 5 days a week with different workshops, helping you stay on target for your manifestation, helping you see that your thoughts create. So I want you to know that even though you have negative thoughts, that's okay. But what you want to make sure you're not doing is dwelling in those negative thoughts and dwelling in that negative state. When you have a negative thought, just observe that negative thought and let it go. The first step is observing your thoughts and becoming aware of what you're thinking, and not just randomly having unconscious thoughts throughout the day, but that you're actually a deliberate creator who's disciplined in the mind. This is all about being disciplined in your mind. You discipline your mind to think about the subjects that you want to experience. You expect and think about the goals that you want to attain. You want to change the inner conversations you're having to reflect and align with the type of reality you want to be in. What thoughts would you have if you had your desire? You wouldn't be worried and wondering, when is it going to happen? Your thoughts instead would be, I got this. I'm powerful. I planted the seed. It's already done. There's nothing more for me to do. You don't have to do anything. Don't even necessarily have to take action. You can create a reality where things they always work out in your favor, and it's always feeling easy and effortless, and it's a really easy life. You could create that life. But do you understand your mental diet? If your normal, natural conception of life is that it's hard, you got to work hard, then that's the reality that will be outpictured in your world. If you want to create a world that feels more easy, effortless, then you affirm that reality and create that as your new normal, natural, as your new beliefs. So if you want to create new beliefs, you have to replace the old beliefs with your new beliefs. You replace those beliefs by affirming that reality. You persist in the affirming or imagining until it becomes your reality. Make sure you're not dwelling in a state of negative thoughts, but that you're observing that and shifting yourself into the wish fulfilled, or living in the end, the thoughts that you would have with your desire. Okay, the thoughts you would have. Think about, okay, like you want to manifest your dream life. What thoughts, what inner conversations would you say to yourself if you felt like you were living your dream life? Because remember, to live your dream life, you need to start imagining now that you would have the thoughts that you already have your dream life. So what does that look like? It looks like saying, wow, life's really good. I'm excited every day I wake up. Like, I'm excited about life. I'm in love with life, because you're living your dream life. That's what you'd be thinking. So you want to practice those thoughts. This is a good day. I intend, even if you start with saying an intention, I intend this is going to feel like a really good day. I intend this is going to feel like a dream day, that everything's going to work out really smooth and go my way. Okay, so make a challenge for yourself and decide for the next 7 days, you're gonna have a mental diet challenge, and you're going to observe your thoughts. And anytime you have a negative thought, you're gonna replace it with something more constructive or productive or inspiring, or the story you want, because you have to let go and die to the old self. You have to let go of those old stories. So create that challenge with yourself and say to yourself, I'm going to do a 7-day mental diet challenge, right? You're going to want to continue that after 7 days, but at least do it for 7 days, because you will start to shift where it feels easier to have better thoughts and positive thoughts. And most importantly, you just become aware of your thoughts. You want to be the creator. Remember, your imagination is your creative power. If you're not deliberately choosing what you want, then you're living life like you are the effect, when that's not even the truth. The truth is you're the cause. But if you're not stepping into your power and saying, listen, I am the cause of my reality, and everything reflects my thinking, and everything reflects me, everything's responding to me, you will see that reflect in your reality. You want to affirm that, okay? You want to affirm that reality. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and answer some questions. Amy, all right, hello. Do you think it's true that we can manifest in 3 days if we are strict with your thoughts? Absolutely. Okay, remember, you're manifesting what you think is a normal and natural. If you're like, well, that's not really normal, natural. I mean, the underlying tone within you is, well, here's the thing. You can create that is normal and natural. By the way, I have created, it's very normal and natural for me to manifest overnight. It's very natural and normal for me to go to bed and wake up and have my desires with me. I wake up in realities with my desire with me. You have to create that belief. Is it going to happen in 3 days right now? Yes, it's possible. But you could also create that reality. How do you create that reality? Well, you have to shift into the version of you who says, I'm really good at manifesting. I do this in 3 days. You know what? It's usually 3 days or less. It's always right here, right now. I manifest instantly, effortlessly. It's so easy to be me in my life. Everything comes to me. I'm like a magnet for my desires. Do you see how all those thoughts encompass living in the end of that reality? So for me to manifest on many topics, I have instant manifestations on many topics that were actually really difficult. How did I get to a place where I have a lot of instant manifestations? I started affirming that reality several years ago. I wasn't manifesting instantly. I created that reality because I knew all possibilities exist. And for me to live that reality, I had to have the consciousness of the person who manifests instantly. So I affirmed, it's really easy. This is easy for me. I know the answers. The answers come to me easily. My life feels very magnetic. However you want to describe it. It's not that you are a magnet. You're creating that, right? It's not that you attract everything. You're creating that you attract I'm like a magnet attracting all my desires. This whole world is made for me. It's literally all laid out here for me to enjoy. Those are the things that you want to come from that place of thinking to create that reality. So you can manifest instantly. It doesn't have to be 3 days. Tiny. You do not have to be positive all the time. There's a question. Do you have to be positive all the time? You don't. You don't have to be positive. It's the story you're telling. You could be a positive person and not even get what you want because you say, well, I'm really positive, but you believe that your specific person is a different religion and it's not going to work. Okay, so it's the story. It's the story. So you would tell the story that you are together and that it doesn't matter if you're different religions. You know what I mean? Okay, it's not necessarily about being positive and negative. It's about how you think and how you think your reality works, the story you're telling yourself, the story you're telling yourself about other people, the story you're telling yourself about yourself. You got to listen. You're listening within. Stop paying so much attention to a lot of the outside world and giving it, putting anything on a pedestal. You should be spending more time going within, listening to your inner self, right? Your inner self, your higher self, your God within, the universe. Listen and connect with that because you have all the answers. SP's birthday was yesterday. I decided not to reach out. I was hoping he'd come back before then. Sad. Don't be sad. You're the creator of your reality. You're the creator of your reality. Okay, so all you have to do is convince yourself of this new reality. That's what this is all about. Guess what? What if they were disappointed they didn't hear from you? You could call them today. You could, or whatever, text them, right? It's up to you. But here's what you could do. You could start assuming in your mind, you know what? I bet they were thinking about me. That's what you want to assume. They're thinking, because whatever you assume is what's creating in your reality. Do you understand? It's like this reality is malleable, flexible. It's not, it's a projection of our imagination. It's not necessarily, it's real, but it's sort of illusory. It's malleable, flexible. It only appears to be very real, but it's valuable, right? I don't want you to think it's not real. It's real, it's valuable, but it's whatever you think it is. So all you have to do is assume they miss you, they want to talk to you, they're looking forward to hearing from you. You create that assumption, you reach out to them and say, happy birthday. Now picture, what are they responding back? You don't send out a message saying happy birthday and then like bite your nails and I wonder what they're thinking. Well, if you're wondering what you're thinking, you might not even have a response. You determine and decide what experience you want. So you decide that, oh my God, they're thrilled about it. That would be your mental diet and your inner conversation. They're thrilled to hear it. My specific person, you'll say their name, like they're so happy to hear from me. They're excited about it. They're responding so quickly because they're thrilled that I sent them a birthday message. Okay, you got to step out. When you're saying sad, you know what that means? You're identifying with the old version of you who doesn't know your power, and you don't know you're the creator. You are the creator. There's nothing to be sad about, because then you'll just manifest a reality that will show you a version of your reality where you should feel sad. You're going to reflect that version. And you know what that'll mean most likely? I don't want to make an assumption, but like on this particular topic, if you feel sad, this particular topic is going to mirror that and show you, yep, you feel sad. Let me give you more of that. No contact or whatever it is. So you're the creative power. Your imagination is the creative power. You have the power right now to create literally anything, but all you need to do is be loyal to the desire. You persist in the knowing that desire is already yours, okay? So however you persist, you just know it. You could persist by saying, I know this is mine, it's done, let me go live my life. I'm having fun today, okay? Or you could persist by, you continue to affirm. Maybe you need to keep affirming it because you're not necessarily believing it yet. You have to affirm that reality to replace and create that new reality where you're the new version of you who knows, like step into your power. Okay, Husky, I'm in the missing SP state, which makes me overthink everything. I mean, you're the creator. Why are you missing them? Why aren't you creating? You're creating lack, You miss someone, you're longing and yearning for them. What's your world going to show you? You got, oh, if you're, no problem overthinking. As long as you overthink, they overthink you are the God's gift to this world. That's what you want to overthink. Overthink, you've got the best life ever. Good things are happening to you. What if, best case scenario, you won the lottery tonight? What if somebody bought you a coffee at the Starbucks drive-thru? What if, like, think of best case scenario. What if you got home and got every green light on the way home from work? Okay, these are all best case scenarios. Stop thinking the worst and overthinking the worst. You just have to overthink the best. That's it. It's a simple switch to overthink the best. Hey, what if they are sitting at home, pulling out their phone to text you? What if they're sitting with a friend right now talking about you, right? Or you say to yourself, what if they're thinking and talking about me? What if they had a dream about me last night? Do you see you can overthink all of these things and those will manifest? But if you're overthinking, what are they doing? Who are they with? Do they think about me? Okay, that's you not being secure and confident in yourself. Then your world will show you, hey, I'm not really confident about you. So it's a simple switch. Okay, do you understand? In the beginning, you have to, this is all about having a disciplined mind, just like anything else in life, okay? If you're gonna go to the gym and work out, you wanna get more proficient, let's say at yoga, in your poses, in your, well, I mean, you can manifest a reality where you're just a natural at it, right? You could do that, but if you look at what's normal and natural in your life, it's normal and natural to practice something till you get better. You have to practice your mental discipline. You have to practice replacing negative stories, feeling victim mentality. You got to replace that with empowerment, okay? And you stay disciplined in that. It's actually easier than you think, and you get to create just be so intrigued that this works and read success stories because it does, and just be so intrigued and say, I'm just gonna test this out for myself. I'm gonna show myself how cool I am, how powerful I am, that I am a creator, that life is actually easier than I thought it is, that I'm actually the causation. Okay, if you're having those thoughts, I mean, you're gonna see evidence. I want you to step right now into feeling empowered. You know what? Feel loved right now. You decide. All you have to do is claim and declare, I'm loved. Okay, Beatrice, how to forgive and let go of hurt in order to manifest. You know you're manifesting all the time anyway. Okay, I'm trying, but his words keep coming into my, okay, probably mind while I'm affirming. Okay, first of all, first of all, think about this. Do you understand that you are the creator of your reality and you are the only person who has the ability to think in your reality, and everything in your reality is responding to you? So you have to forgive yourself. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. They're only a reflection and an extension of you. So all you need to do is say, of course you forgive and let go. Now, forgiving ourselves. You didn't know what you were doing. You weren't consciously creating. So forgive them, forgive yourself. You didn't know what you're doing. Now you're a conscious creator. Guess what? You created it. You created the hurt. You created the hurt. It was unconscious. Do you understand that? You can look at this as this play of life. What is the purpose and meaning behind it? Maybe you came here to realize this and to wake up to this creative power that you have, that you're a limited human being who's waking up to know your power, to know your infinite, to know your divinity, divine love, divine forgiveness. Okay, so you are forgiveness. So create that. I'm forgiveness. Move on from that space. If you need ideas of helping you get through that, Ho'oponopono, the Hawaiian prayer, is really powerful. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. If you need something to help you move on for the healing and forgiveness of others and yourself, there are lots of videos on YouTube. There's a lady, I think her name is Sandra. She was my favorite. I did listen to that. I do like that prayer. I find it powerful. Just forgive all those things that happened. Okay, you didn't know you're creating it. It's not a big deal. It's part of this is part of the journey. Now, by the way, you can manifest what you want. Even, you don't have to be like on top of the best self-concept. You don't have to be at total forgiveness. You can work on all of that at the same time. You're already manifesting. Your world is what it is because of what you think it is. All right. So you could actually decide. I'm at a place where I just say, hey, I'm healed. Okay. I'm healed. That's it. There's no hurt. I'm healed. I've moved on. I'm the version of the person who stands in my power and knows who I am. Read Neville Goddard. Read about Everyone Is Yourself Pushed Out. That's powerful because are you testing it? Are you testing to prove to yourself? All you need to do to prove to yourself everyone is yourself pushed out, you change your conception about someone. You change it to a different conception. So let's say someone's always been really rude your whole life. Now, what do you want them to be? You change the conception of them to be a really nice person who's generous and kind. Then you need to change that conception and say, they're generous, they're kind, and you visualize that, right? You imagine that, you paint that picture, and you persist, which means just stay loyal to that ideal until you see it reflect in your world. It will reflect in your world. It must. It's law. Okay. So keep proving to yourself the idea, the concept of everyone is yourself pushed out. That will help you understand your own power. You're already doing it. Everyone in your reality is who they are, not because of anything outside, but because of who you are. It's a reflection of you. All right. I know, maybe it sounds wild and crazy, but it's true, right? So here you just prove it in the testing. Okay. Neville Goddard's words, prove it in the testing. If my SP doesn't text what I want, I delete his texts and make up my own story. There's a perfect way to create your reality, a perfect way, okay? Don't even give any importance or attention to what you don't want in your reality. You did exactly what works for you, and that works. It works. Delete that text and you create the story you want. Okay, you can use revision, you can do something exactly like that. Perfect, love it. Okay, Barbs, how do I get my SP to stop being cold? Okay, you have to, remember, when you're deliberately creating, which we're already creating, so this is deliberate creating. The reason that person is being cold is because of your perception of who they are, okay? So you have to create the new perception, how you want to be treated. You need to be focusing on the reality that you want to experience. If you want them to be hot all the time, hot on your trail, they want to be talking to you, they love being in your presence, they want to like hear what's going on, what did you do today, how are you, I can't wait to hear your voice. You want your person to be that way. That's how you have to imagine them being. You give no importance, you don't give any power. You don't give power to that, the version of them being cold. Don't give power to that. Okay? That's why remember, whatever you're experiencing in reality, it's what you're consciously aware of. The power is in knowing that all of creation exists right now. Everything exists now. So you're not necessarily creating this reality that you desire. You're just becoming consciously aware of it by affirming it. You're bringing it to life. You're resurrecting that reality by the desired reality of being together all the time. And, what do you want ultimately? A relationship, constant communication, unconditional love. That's what you want to be picturing. Okay, so you affirm that reality. You make sure your mental diet is aligned with that reality. Okay, I had a dream where the opposite happened. What can that mean? Don't give it any meaning. Here's what the dreams, my perception and my belief on dreams, if it's a good dream, give it good meaning. If it's a bad dream, just say you're purging, because whatever you determine and define your life to be, it is. Okay? Can I manifest to pass all my exams? You can. Remember, like, your idea of who you think you are is what manifests in your reality. If you think, well, I'm not really a good student, I don't know how I'm going to do on these tests, I'm just going to try to get by, that's who you are, and that's what your reality will show you are. But so all you have to do, if you want to be someone who's like just naturally smart and just, you know, the answers, whatever you assume yourself to be, you become that. And you'll also be guided. You'll be guided to maybe read certain things or try certain techniques that bring you to that place that you're naturally smart, naturally talented, whatever that, you know, whatever you want it to be. But you could go to, imagine that you already took the test and it's summertime and you're like totally relaxed and chill and you're like, whew, I passed all my exams. So that's an imaginal scene that you can construct. Imagine that it's already done and you passed it. Imagine a conversation with your best friend. You're saying, I totally aced my classes. That was so incredible. I'm so proud of myself. That's an imaginal conversation that you would have that would imply you've passed all your exams. All right. One last question, because I got to go. Or maybe two, we'll see if I can. How long did it take you to live that reality you wanted? 1 year. In 1 year, I had like literally lost everything I knew my life to be. And I started, what was powerful for me was scripting. And that's why I created that journal that I made. It's in my bio. I created it on Amazon and I sell it there. But so it's like everything I wrote in the journal became true in 1 year. I wrote it down. I knew my thoughts create. I reread it or I rewrote it. So in 1 year, I manifested everything that I wanted to manifest. Now, is that end all be all? No, because the reason we're having a desire is because it's given to us. And when we have a desire, it's showing us that reality already exists, and it's helping us expand our consciousness. Expanding your consciousness to know that that desire already exists, okay? To know that the unseen reality, whatever you don't see it, it's actually existing. So your desire is expanding your consciousness. You're always gonna have more desires. It's gonna help us wanna grow and expand throughout our life. How do I know, hi boy mom, how do I know if I'm in the right place where I'm just waiting for the old thoughts to play out? Okay, you know because you decide you are. You're the operant power in your reality. Like if you're questioning and you're like, I don't know, am I, I don't know. The captain of the ship is not questioning, do we go that route, or I don't know, is this the right path or that? Okay, you don't wanna do that. You stand firm with conviction and say, you just decide it, even if you don't know it, right? Because you decide it, your reality will show that. Hey, I'm in the right place at the right time. This is the right place. I am in the bridge of incidents. I am in the right path for my desire. My desire's already mine and it's orchestrating right now. Okay, so those are the thoughts you want to have. And don't keep thinking, I'm waiting for old thoughts to play out. They already played out. It's done. Your reality's here. If you see a new old thought, like right now in this moment, an old thought play out, so what? Don't give it any attention or importance. Just observe it and let it fly away, or whatever, let it go. All right, guys, I love you all. I have to go pick up my son from school. I have like 30 seconds to walk over to the school. So if you need additional help, I do have my free Facebook group. The link in my bio has all different things if you're interested. I do have that Mexico. If anyone's interested in going on a retreat in December, I have a trip to Mexico planned for 4 nights. It's going to be amazing at a really great resort. I also have my VIP group where I go live like 5 days a week. We do Q&A. You can ask questions. We have chat groups. You can chat with me privately there. And if you're interested in that, the link's in my bio as well. So have a wonderful afternoon. You're all powerful. Step in your power and affirm you already have your dream reality, because your reality is going to match that. Okay. Love you all. Bye.